Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Barack and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or how about we'll go with Jeffrey Atkins and Aisha Atkins.
You talking about Ja Rule?
Ja Rule, baby. What do you used to say?
Where would I be without you?
Okay, you too close to the microwave. Microphone. Oh, stop, Nero.
Where would I be without my baby?
Anywho, Ja Rule in I'm sorry, is it Aisha or Aisha? That's Aisha.
Yeah, it looked like Aisha.
Did you say it looked like Aisha? Mm-hmm. Is it Aisha? It's Aisha. They've been married since 2001, and they have 3 kids. Now we talking about the original down ass chick. I think it's her. They've been through good times and bad times. So, you know, she was with him before he was Ja Rule, when he was Ja Rule, when he was at the top of his peak game, you know, rapping. What was that, the early 2000s? Mm-hmm. To the bad times again, which was, 3 months ago. Remember that Fry Fest?
Fire, baby.
What'd I say?
Fry.
Whatever. That he hosted on that island. It wasn't no performers there. It wasn't nowhere to sleep. They were just giving people cheese sandwiches and shit. And then Ja Rule was like, my bad, y'all.
That shit was FEMA tents.
It was FEMA. It was like FEMA tent. It looked like FEMA sponsored the tour, right? So it was always, she was been with him since he was bad till he was good again, till he back bad again. I'm sure she's going to be with him on his way up too. You can't deny that. He can't, he better be down for this woman forever.
Where would I be without you?
Be quiet. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi. What is wrong with you?
You don't like my Ja Rule voice?
No. Act right.
Where would I be without him? And this is episode 52. All right, this is episode 52.
Thank you.
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Be sure to leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. Mm-hmm. And follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black with no K.
Yep.
Baby, what you got?
So what I don't want on. So what I guess I can start with. Where should I even start?
From the beginning.
Thank you, Nero. You are tap dancing on my nerves today.
I love you too.
You know that? Yeah, you are. Okay. I guess I talk with my therapist. So I had real talk with my therapist this week, and y'all, I don't know. You know, I like to be transparent and real with y'all. Like, I'm just having a hard time processing some shit. So I'm working through like feelings of guilt, shame, hurt, and defeat, like Smokey Norfolk, you know. And I'm just trying to get to that other side. And as I always recommend, everybody should have a therapist on speed dial. If you have not seen a therapist within the last 3 to 4 years, you overdue. You need to go ahead and be there. So I'm just trying to take time and space to really just process some stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about, Nero? Can you tell I'm processing?
Yeah.
Like I've been going and running, walking 3 miles every day. Like I've been trying to eat 3 square meals. I've been eating oatmeal, taking my vitamins. Like I've really been trying to be regimented in my actions and what I do, just so, you know, I can stay in a good place. Because Nero, you suffer from this too. Not only do I need to see a therapist, but I suffer from SAD.
Yeah.
What's it called? Seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
So although I love the fall, but towards the end of the fall, like right around after Thanksgiving, I start getting sad.
The thing is, it's still like 80 degrees though.
And my body know. My body like, oh bitch, it's the end of September. You know what that is. Get you your chips. Come on, curl up in the ball. Mm-hmm. So I'm really trying to actively work through that, right? Mm-hmm. And navigate through that space. How I'm doing there?
I give you A+.
Oh, A from you?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Mm-hmm. Why you say it's A+ this time?
Hey,
usually Nero be like a C-. It's like, damn.
You've been killing it lately.
Like, ooh, sometimes I do.
So if we was just talking about for this week, A+.
Ooh.
A+ for the week.
A+. What you been proud of? What you been proud of?
Hell. You going out there for them walks. Oh. Now, I'm be surprised the fuck out of me.
And I don't be just walking for a minute. I be walking about 3 miles. I be gone.
I'm going for a walk, Nero. I said, oh, is everything all right?
Oh, hush.
You need anything?
And now I'm back to working on a regular basis. So like I said, I got my butt up and got my heart pumping and everything. So y'all just keep me, you know, prayed up as I move through this kind of fog, whatever you call it. Y'all know, remember I talked about a few months ago, I go through cycles too. So I'm going through that end of that where I'm feeling unproductive. So y'all know I'm just going through my cycles. You know how I go. But I'm just trying to be productive and embrace it. Something else, I'm thinking about starting a blog next month or so. So y'all keep your eyes open for it. So I'm thinking about starting like a blog to just kind of tell my story, give my view on stuff and some of the stuff I've been through, just use it in a productive way. Because the thing is, I'm not alone in this. So I can imagine that all the other brown girls are going through similar situations. That want outlets, that want a place to talk about it. So I'll keep y'all updated on it. Like it's still in the early stages. Like I know the Black Love Matter community don't play. So I know they're gonna hold me accountable to this shit. So just give me about a month or so. Give me really about a month or so to really be intentional and even see if I want to be that vulnerable. So I'm, like I'm pretty open now, but writing, my story down and all the fears and just stuff I'm processing through, that's a whole different level of vulnerability that I'm a little nervous about, but I think it'd be good for me and to have a community that I can embrace that with and have this conversation about. What you think about that? I know that surprised Nero. What do you think about that? Oh, he's speechless. What is this?
I was about to say something smart, so I had to pause and actually take a breath and think.
What was you going to say smart?
That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But I'm proud of you. I'm excited to see what this blog becomes.
Yes.
And
it's not going to be a traditional blog, so it ain't going to be what y'all think it's going to be.
And the thing is, our community don't be playing. I just mentioned my other podcast, and niggas be hitting me all in the DMs like, so what's the name of it, Nero?
But that's what I love about, the Black Lives Matter community, because y'all ain't playing, like, we really a family. Like, we're close-knit enough, as like a nice enough size where we can keep up with stuff. Just like we be on folks, too, who supposed to be coming their own podcast, or, like, they're developing their own creative projects. Like, I feel like we're all going on this journey together, right? Mm-hmm. And we can hold each other accountable. And we actually get to see each other from the beginning, during, and all the way through the end. So, like, that's the exciting piece of it, too. So that's why I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to, get y'all thoughts on it. So y'all let me know what y'all think of it. If you think I should just sit down and write in my journal, tell me that. Or if it's something y'all think y'all be interested, let me know that too. Y'all know I take to heart what the things y'all say. So I'm excited about that. Also, I've been doing my music therapy. This is not formal therapy. Like, y'all can tell, like, I like a mood. So I've been really big. Like, there's not a moment where there's probably not nothing in my ears. Like, I'm either listening to a book, a podcast, or music. But I've really been shifting to music. And I've really been doing, like, a lot of old school music. Like, a lot of Billie Holiday, a lot of Sarah Vaughan, like, a lot of jazz. Like, have you noticed that, Nero?
Yes, baby. You be having that brown liquor music going.
That is how you describe it, brown liquor music.
The other day, hell, it was yesterday. You had that music on. I just had to go get me a shot of Crown.
Did you just get you a?
I just went to go get me some Crown.
You felt grown.
And an ice cube, and I just sucked on that while Naomi listened to the music. And then she's like, "Nero, you ain't gotta listen to it." I was like, "Well, you doing your whole thing." And, we got a smart TV. So, she listening to it all on the smart TV, little album covers floating all over the TV and shit. I just don't want to go over there and be like, oop, my turn.
You could have, though. I told you could have. Yes, you could have, because I was listening to it all day.
Shit, it looked like you was on the verge of something happening big. So I just let you do you, babe, until you told me that the coast is clear.
You silly. Well, that's just how I process. Like, I really try to be in, quiet meditation and prayer. Shout out to Nia. And then lastly, second to last, because I got a bot store. Oh, I got a bot store chronicle story for y'all. Look, they done got me turned up. My whole energy changed. But before I get to that, did y'all see Lady Gaga documentary on Netflix? I think it's called 5'2". I'm coming more and more on the side of Lady Gaga. Like, the thing is, I like Lady Gaga stuff just to get a little key to, right? So if I'm at the little club or I'm at a little happy hour and a little Bad Romance come on, I snap my fingers, right? Yeah, but I never was a stan for her, correct?
Right.
After watching this documentary, I'm fascinated by this white woman. Just her whole energy, her aura, just how she walks around. So she had me, it was maybe one of the opening scenes. She was like, since I've turned 30, something sound like us basically, I just have a low tolerance for bullshit. So if you got bullshit, don't come by me, okay? Have a good one. Like, I was like, come on, Gaga. Come on, speak my truth. And also, she was speaking my truth on just how she don't believe in a bra. I wish I can be team don't wear a bra. I come from old black women, old black Southern women. I feel like we wear a bra 24/7.
Baby, you can be team no bra. Just let them hang.
I guess. But to the point, team no bra. Lady Gaga was in a business meeting. And she just took her, she was just topless. And being a boss. Like, it wasn't topless. She in the meeting and everyone like coddling her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No, she was like, no, that shit is trash. This is good. I want X, Y, and Z, and you move over there, okay? You got that, Barbara? Topless. Because it was hot. Come on, Gaga.
Well, don't try that at your big box store, baby. Your ass would be...
when niggas fucking. I'm like, I just want to be suspended.
Whatever happened though?
They just got suspended.
Oh.
That's why I said, if they can get away with that, I can't walk in their top. I just wear red bra, like little red pasties.
I can't eat no more food.
Or blue pasties. I'm gonna wear something. What'd you say?
I can't eat no more food there.
I told you I can't eat
no produce, no nothing.
Yeah.
I need everything to be sealed in a package.
You silly.
And the messed up part is I'm vegan curious. So
you ain't getting too much.
Yeah,
so
I ain't eating nothing at that box store.
There's some potato chips. So I was just fascinated by that. It wasn't the best documentary I seen, but you know what, ladies, this is a good documentary. Like if y'all up on Saturday morning, say you like cleaning a house or you like drinking some coffee and you just need something in the background and you can come in and out of, that's what I would say put this on for. Like this ain't one of them ones sit at the edge of your bed and watch it, but it's one of them ones that you be like, Lady Gaga. Remember what we said about Training Day the other day? My nigga. Like it was definitely one of those. So shout out to Lady Gaga for that. Now the big fucking box store chronicles.
What you got, baby?
Today is a story of white privilege. So what happened was, and my manager tried it. Actually, the store manager tried it. This wasn't just my manager, this damn store manager. So what happened was this white boy, he was like a bro type, right? So it looked like he was maybe in his early 20s, fraternity, like that type, right? A little, like he, not all there, right? So he came to us and said that he was involved in a scam. So what the scam was that he said the IRS called him and told him to get $4,000 worth of gift cards from our store. He did. And not only that, once he got the gift cards from our store, he then called the people back and gave them all the gift card numbers and the serial numbers and the access code, all the stuff to activate it. Hello? Y'all still there? This dumb motherfucker. And then he gonna come back and be like, oh, I think it was a scam. Why didn't you call the IRS before? But he came back because he wanted his money back.
Excuse me?
He wanted his money back.
Call the IRS.
He wanted his damn money back. And this is where the store manager get dirty. So he went to guest service. Guest service called the store manager. Store manager called me and was like, Nyambi, I know that our store helps folks do this and helps them navigate it, but I don't know what to do, where to begin to do. I just don't know. You take care of it. He couldn't tell me a number, a website, a person, cat, dog, nothing. So I had to spend a whole hour. Mind you, I'm watching the checkout, guest service in the food place, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody needing help. I said, don't y'all see I'm doing something? Empower yourself. I'm like the other singer, encourage yourself, like the gospel song. Just encourage your damn self. So what I had to walk this white boy, we had to call the police. The police had to do a police report. The police then they tracked the cards down. They had to stop payments. Then I had to call corporate. Then I'm on the phone for corporate for 40 minutes. And then corporate got to deactivate the card, then reactivate the card. Then corporate get petty, talking about, well, we can send him a check. Then he talking about, well, I don't want no check. And I was like, okay, maybe we can get it back on your card. And we about to get it back on this card. Then guess what this motherfucker said?
What'd he say?
I don't got this card no more.
Where the card go, nigga?
When I bought the gift cards, I just canceled my credit card, my debit card.
Oh, that money gone. It's too late.
Oh my God. And so then we got to go through this whole process with corporate and his bank and it's showing the transactions for him to get his money back. It probably took about 2 hours.
Do you have receipts?
Yeah, he had a receipt. But the receipt, all it said was you bought all these fucking gift cards. Like, what the receipt gonna tell me? Mm-hmm. But my thing to y'all, if anyone calls y'all and tell you to get more than $5 of a gift card at any store and you don't know them, don't do it. Ain't nobody getting that from me. Could you imagine IRS was like, $4,000 by this certain day and we won't find you? Well, take my ass to jail then. Come get me. You know and I ain't telling you my address. You know where I live. You know where I live and I work. Come get it. And then even having the conversation with him, like, the IRS don't call. They send certified ass mail. They send mail you sign for. Okay? We owe what, $25?
Yeah.
And they send a certified ass letter. Did you receive that $25? You owe us $25. I said, damn, I got nervous when I got the certified letter. I'm like, shit. Is they audited us? Like, we only got a little bit of money. Look, what they audited, honey, only got 3 pennies, right? And they said, oh, by the way, y'all forgot to pay us $25. I said, $25. I'm still, even for the 25, I'm calling my tax person. They done sent me this. What's going on, sis? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Remember when IRS?
Yeah, I remember that.
Certified. I'm calling near them. What the fuck is going on? It's too much, right?
Yeah.
But just note to the wise, y'all don't do that. Usually folks fall for this scam more often than not. Usually it's old people or real dumb young people. What would you do if somebody said, I've been hung up the damn phone? The IRS had to come get me. And then I feel like I got a case in court with my peers. Like, I feel like even if it goes to the point where they be like, as racist as people are, it could be an all-white male jury, right? And I'm there as a black woman. I'd be like, this is what they did. They called me and told me to get these gift cards for $4,000 and send it to them. Would you do it? Innocent. Like, I'd rather go through a jury of my peers than send them that money. Is it just me?
No, it's funny. You know what? If I would have got, I truthfully would have played with their ass. Like, oh, really? And then Hunk and call them back. So how many gift cards you want?
From where?
From where? I call them back again. I'm there, and they said I can't get that many gift cards. Is there a different store that you
prefer?
Yeah, Dollar Tree. I can go to Dollar Tree.
So I had to do that. So I'm saying this because obviously this done happened before, and I finally got to the person I was going to talk to in corporate. You could tell that this is the person who's the go-to for this because I finally tracked them now, and they was like, "Yeah, we've heard this. Hold on one second." I was like, "This ain't the first time this shit done happened."
No, this shit happens all the time.
But that much money, I didn't think they was gonna get their fucking money back. I was sure waiting for it, and I'm thinking my fucking store manager want me to drop the bomb on their ass to be like, "Sorry for you."
Yeah, because you are the type of nigga be like, here's this number you can call.
And I'm good for the walk away.
Good luck.
I leave wind. It just be wind. It'd be like a gust of wind when I leave.
Good luck.
I'm sorry this happened to you. They lucky I ain't say I pray for you. Because I was waiting for somebody. I was going to go through I was going to exhaust all my lines in corporate. But you can tell they was like, let me transfer. I got transferred so many times. And you can see I got transferred so much. I got transferred overseas. Then I had them stutter. And one was like, I'm a transfer. They was like, I can't get through the number for you. I said, well, give it to me. And she was like, 534, blah, 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 blah. I said, that ain't enough numbers. She was like, huh? I said, that is not enough numbers in the United States. Like, what is the number? Hold on. I said, would you try to play me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6. I said 6.
5, 6. Nigga, where's the area code?
Oh, what? I'm like, is it 1-800? What am I doing here?
555 5555.
And so I had to deal with a lot of that. Like, and I literally had to say to the woman, she's like, I don't understand. I was like, I said, are you in the United States? I said, in the United States, we need X amount of digits. You only gave me 6. I can't get, even local, I can't get nowhere with that. What is this?
I need at least 10 digits from you.
Like, what are you doing, ma'am?
11 if you're going to add the 1.
So it just was white privilege food. And I say white privilege because I wonder if it was a person of color, if they would have came in, if they would have got the same, if I wasn't doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Would someone would have took the same time and care?
Hell no.
To make sure they got their coins back too. I just, I be having my little moments where I have to process that type of stuff.
Well, I can get an answer to that, baby.
Why you saying that?
Hell no. Shit.
That? Yeah.
I returned the slow cooker, and the motherfucker's like, is something wrong with it? Yes. What's wrong with it?
You silly.
The motherfucker won't cut on. And then the bitch had the nerve to take it out the box to plug it in and see if the light came on. I said, excuse me?
Where at?
At another box store.
Oh, okay. Just in case, honey, they want to sponsor.
Yeah, niggas might want to sponsor.
I don't know if I'm going to sponsor with that one, but Hold on, she plugged the bitch up?
Yeah.
What's the policy? Look, where's your manager? I just don't like it. That's what I tell people. I just don't like it.
But I usually say something wrong with it so they can send that bitch back to a vendor.
Yeah.
Don't repackage my shit and put it back on there. No, return this shit back to sender.
Yeah, because that one good for repackaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine good. We be like, defect.
Right. Is something wrong with it? Nope. All right, let me pack this bitch back
Let me put
up.
some duct tape on it. Take $1 off.
And put this bitch back on the floor now.
You silly. You silly. All right, Neil, what's your check-in? What's going on with you?
All right, y'all. So y'all know I'm going through this vegan curious journey.
Oh,
and I think I have made serious headway. I've had the biggest win so far with this vegan curious diet/journey.
Okay.
So let me start at the beginning. I was planning on cooking some collard greens, some lima beans, rice, because that was going to be my dinner. But I didn't know how I was going to accommodate for the smoked meats.
Yeah.
You know, my mama always put a ham hock or
turkey, a half or something.
Turkey neck or pig feet or it's some type
hog
of hog maw. Sometimes she put the hog maw and the
Lord, no,
ham hock in there.
I ain't do all that.
So, you know, I'm like, how in the hell I'm going to get this shit going? So, you know, I did my Googles. And I was like, well, you know, they don't have me use smoked tofu. But I ain't seen no smoked tofu. You know, they're going to let me use that tempeh shit. You know, liquid smoke. You know, all this other stuff. And then Glorious Beyond goes to the grand architect of the universe. Yeah. Because I found this advent of smoked salt, y'all.
Oh, Jesus. Help him, Lord.
Did y'all know smoked salt exists? Yeah. Like I was trying to have a conversation with somebody. I was like, yeah, like I'm using smoked salt. It's like, what? Like, yeah, it's like salt that's been smoked. Like, yeah. Like I didn't know this shit exists. So, you know, then I had to go on the journey of finding where this shit is at. So I done went to Trader Joe's. I done went to what's the other Whole Foods. Yeah. I done went to
down the street. Is that one open?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, I done went to Whole Foods. I done went everywhere trying to find this shit. And then went to the specialty spice store. So I done got this smoked salt, y'all. And I opened it up, and then this motherfucking salt smelled just like smoke.
Just like the barbecue pit.
Yes.
Just like the barbecue pit.
So the thing about this is I didn't know it was like 7 or 8 different types of flavors of smoked salt. Oh, so they got applewood, sandalwood, persimmon wood, pineapple wood, like all types of different woods and shit. So I get home and, you know, I'm telling Naomi, be like, well, you know, I don't think I'm going to have greens and lima beans, like, and some rice. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to stop and get me something to eat before I come home.
Just to be sure. I love a lima bean now, but I didn't know what you was doing.
So, you know, I was a little skeptical about this shit too.
I know.
But I had to make a few modifications for like not having that meat. But baby, when them greens and them lima beans got done, that shit tasted like it had a ham hock in there.
It did. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
So, you know, I say all that to say that I think I'm sold on this vegan curious diet.
All right.
Shit, I can make greens now with no meat, and the shit tastes like smoked ham hock in there.
It did.
With no ham hock.
It did.
This shit was dope. You know, y'all got to do some other shit, you know, to get the shit popping. You know, you got to use like vegetable stock and, you know, saute your onions and bell peppers and garlics and, you know, get all your aromatics together and season all that shit up with some smoked salt. But like once you do all that shit, you let that shit cook down, that shit was off the hook.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So I'm proud of myself. So, you know, for anybody else who's following it, you know, trying to follow me and trying to figure out what's going on with this whole vegan curious thing, get you some smoked salt if you can find it. Like, you might have to order it online, but I'm so sold that I'm going to go get the rest of the flavors. You know, I wonder if I use the applewood smoked salt, if it give me like that applewood bacon taste to it. So
help us, Lord.
I'm geeked about this shit. Y'all don't know how much of a win this was for me.
I know
it's the small things in life that got me. Other than that, you know, just getting used to my little work schedule, and just figuring that out. You know, figuring that all that stuff out. Because you know, once you start a new job, you know, it's a period where you really don't know what the fuck you doing for like the first 2 months. So I'm in that phase, and you know, it really doesn't make it any better because I work from home. Like I work remotely, so like there's no office setting I can just go to and be like, am I doing this right, or am I doing what's right for the day? Like I don't know what's going on, so it's very interesting because I only get to talk to my like supervisor like once a week. So that's interesting. And you know, in lieu of that, I've also been applying for some more jobs. You know, I'm in the firm belief that once you get one new job, it's always time to apply for new ones.
Come on.
Because, I don't want the motherfuckers to be thinking that they got me hook, line, and sinker.
Yes.
I want them to know that, I can get up and say, fuck y'all, and move on anytime I want to.
Yeah.
So now I'm always applying for jobs. Even if I like the job, I love the job, nigga getting promoted, I'm still applying for jobs.
Yes.
Because I want them to know.
Yes, constantly.
And, sometimes I get ballsy when I just put down my supervisor as it's the reference. So they call my direct supervisor. It's like, yes, I just wanted to get a reference from Niram. And then, you can tell, like, Niram, I didn't know you was trying to leave. Are you leaving
What
us?
is that voice?
That's how they be after they didn't have that, after they didn't give you a good reference.
So
They be like, Niram, are you leaving us?
Are you leaving? Like you did?
Like no. Like, no, I like this place. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I just got a reference.
Look,
Somebody just called for a reference. Oh, really? Oh, I hope you said nothing but good things.
And what they used to say,
Yeah. So, I'm going through that, and, for everybody else, that's the hustle. Mm-hmm. Y'all cubicle warriors, y'all supervisor getting on y'all fucking nerves. Put your supervisor down in some of these references.
You are so silly.
And have them motherfucking references call. Sometimes you even just gotta have your friends call and act like they're a reference.
Yeah, we have done that.
To let your supervisor know that other people want your ass.
Yeah, and you got your friend call. It don't got to be for a job, just to say, we've been trying to recruit them, and for some reason they won't go. So we just wanted to,
They like reach out and see, is everything good with?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. And your supervisor be like, well, first of all, they be like, oh shit,
yeah,
they'll be geeked about that, but also make them think again too.
Right, like
yeah, we sure have done it.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
That nigga might leave. I might need to treat him better for the next month or so.
Yeah, that's only gonna get you a good month.
A good month, maybe a good 90 days.
Yeah,
but then they're gonna forget about that shit. So you even had some of your friends do that shit. So doing that, class is going all right. We in like week 4 or 5, and getting all that stuff going. Other than that, just getting prepared to do some adulting.
Gotcha.
So, I got to take Naomi's car to the shop.
Yes, you do.
I'm planning to paint the house. So, reaching out to my homeboys, to figure out what time they're going to come through and, get some pizza and beer and all that shit together.
You got to buy some paint.
Well, that too.
Oh.
But I think about other stuff, like how I'm going to get these niggas here. So, it's like,
ask.
Well, hey, dog, I got some pizza and beer over here.
Oh, yeah? I cook y'all something. Well, all our friends so funny. Only one of our friends eat everything. You vegan,
right? The
other one only eat fish, and then the last one, only one who got kosher. Who just I'm just happy.
So what
you gonna eat?
What I'm probably gonna do is say it's a spades game, spades and chicken, and have these niggas come over.
One don't eat chicken. 2 of y'all don't eat chicken.
And they gonna think it's spades and chicken, right? And then they gonna be nothing but here, but they gonna be shit here but paint buckets.
What? You ain't gonna have no friends. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh man, no, I'm just fucking around. But I am getting prepared to do some adulting, so we shall see how far we get on Friday's update. Lastly, shout out to Cardi B.
What she do?
Shit, she was the first rapper to get #1 on the billboards in like 20 years.
I never had that.
Solo.
Oh.
First female rapper to get a #1 spot on Billboard solo.
Nice.
So she making money.
She the first rapper?
Yes.
Really?
In 20 years.
Wow.
So what the fuck
her.
have y'all been doing?
Don't do that. We're not gonna do that.
All right. Well, we got some Black Love.
We do?
Yeah, we sure do.
Oh, I love Black Love. So as always, to submit a Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. So this week, Black Love Story is William and Samantha, who have been together for 9 years. Together, I love this. I'm reading it and talking about this. So they've been 9 years together, air quotes, and 9 months married. Mm-hmm. And I agree with the air quotes. So if you've been with folks for, more, I think all that counts too. Mm-hmm. Why is it that the clock starts over when you get married?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Especially for them. They've been in the game almost a decade.
I know. And then they got to start over with this marriage
9
shit.
months? Oh, okay.
You know what?
Marriage shit.
I'm just saying, we've been married for almost a year, but we've been together for... No, fuck that. You know what? Y'all should just be like common law.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all done been married. Y'all been common law married for almost 10 years.
Let me get on with William and Sam's love story because Niram is playing too much.
What?
So the first question we asked is, how did you first meet? And they said that we met at a minority retreat at our freshman year in college. I saw him that first night and said to myself, I want him. Over the course of a few days, we started talking and began building a friendship.
Get him, girl.
Come on this minority retreat. I almost want to know what school they went to.
Right.
All the brown kids that went to PWIs know that minority retreat.
They always putting our ass in these minority retreats.
It's either a cultural center, a chief overseer, or it's somebody bringing us all together.
Sure is.
And saying, act right, get right.
Let's see.
And I liked how she was like,
I
don't know
him.
who. He the one.
He the one.
He the one, and getting them early. I wonder, when you went to a HBCU, so what's the difference between like dating black people at a HBCU and a PWI? So is it easier to date at the PWI or is it easier to date at the HBCU?
It's different. Because at a HBCU, like everybody know each other, so everybody all up in your business. Don't it seem
too like family clicky? Yeah, too family. Yeah.
So you're pretty much rolling into squads and different different friends and things of that sort. So you deal with one girl, and then you deal with another, and she's friends with somebody else, or they sorors or shit like that. Because at a HBCU, pretty much everybody in a sorority or fraternity.
Okay, tread lightly.
I'm just saying,
tread lightly.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but at a PWI, it's kind of different.
Yeah, because first you spread out.
It takes so long to find you.
It takes so long to find that black person
that you be like, "Hey, you
and right
they be
there.
looking good, honey, from across the Harbour Chart, no, across the mall." What they used to say.
Yeah.
Because I even think back to us because we didn't meet fresh. Did we? I met you my freshman year.
Yeah, your freshman year.
But I feel like if we didn't talk, like we wouldn't necessarily eventually, of course, cross paths. But I don't think our crews really didn't intertwine.
No, they didn't.
Until like much later on down. I don't know if we brought. You know what I'm saying? So I was just curious about how the dating scheme is different between HBCU and PWI because I feel like it'd be a little different.
All right. They said we then asked when did each of you know that your partner was the one? When Will said when I came to visit for the first weekend after our son was born in 2010. I was so excited to see both of them and to be with my family. All right.
Yeah.
Sam said, for me, there wasn't a particular moment when I thought to myself, he's the one. There have been several small situations that over the years solidified it for me.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all deep in the game. They've been together for almost a decade and got a kid.
They got a kid and shit?
Absolutely. And I like how Will said that's when I knew she was the one. You knew before, Will.
Will said when I seen my baby.
He said he looked like me. Or she looked like, oh no, it's a boy. He looked like me.
Will said, yep, that's my son.
Because them babies be looking just like them daddies when they come out. And I think it's scared of daddies. They like, it's me.
Will was teetering. He was like, this boy don't look like me. I'm out.
And then he seen that baby, he melted.
He's like, you seen that forehead and that nose. You're like, damn, that's me.
That's me. And he melted. I could imagine. I could imagine. We got to get our friends on here who recently had babies, and so they can share their experience on, how childbirth and having a child in their relationships have shifted and stuff. But I just thought we just teasing you, Will. But I thought that was funny how it was like, oh shit. Like I could almost picture it in my head, he being like, oh shit.
I done got a kid.
I'm grown.
Black old school black man. I guess she the one.
I guess yes.
she done had my child.
My seed.
She done had my seed. That's old school.
That's the old school.
She done had my seed.
Yeah.
So she the one. Let's go ahead and lock this down.
Lock it down, please. If that girl went anywhere, Will would have lost his damn mind.
Right. We just playing up.
Yeah. And then Sam, I like Sam. It wasn't no particular moment. She said, I knew back freshman year. She like I'm surprised she didn't say see above. I'm curious on what the other situations were over the years, though. But the next question was, what's the key to success in your relationship? And they said, we're friends first. Everything about our current relationship has been built on a rock solid friendship. And without that, everything else will be much less stable. Preach. Mm-hmm. You have to like who you're in a committed relationship with. I tell folks all the time, you have to like them. I have girlfriends and friends and even family members who are in relationships that they may love them, but they don't like the person they're with. They're not friends and they don't like each other. And I don't see how it works.
Don't you want to?
And we're not talking about phases. So we're not talking about, I feel like when you average it over time, you should like him, right? So it might be days where I love near him always, right? But it's some days I don't fucking like him. Like at the beginning of this episode, he was tap dancing. And he was tap dancing. But now we got to the point where I like you again. Oh. But it shouldn't be to the point where I y'all know that couple energy. I think we talked about when we had Neil on the show. When you go out with someone or you're at their house and you be like, oh, they don't like each other. You just stepped in some shit. And it's like, you don't want to be a part of it. Like, if ever your energy get to that point on a consistent basis, you got to reevaluate some shit.
Sure do.
Because I think also you have to be able to laugh with each other. You got to know your deep, darkest secrets. And if you're in it for the long haul, eventually the lust and the look's going to wear off. And then what?
Not mine.
Oh, what's not going to wear off? As long as the blue pill invented.
Hey.
You good, huh?
My lust for you will always stand.
Oh, okay. Even at 80.
Hey.
Even more at 80. We don't got nothing to lose, huh?
Even when you all dried up, I get you some coconut oil,
Ooh.
baby.
Ooh. Hey, coconut oil is amazing.
All right. What advice would you give to young married couples? They said never forget why you were with your partner in the first place.
Come on.
Damn. Message.
Oh, what? You want to dissect just that sentence or we going to read the whole thing?
Never forget
Nero.
why you with your partner in the first place.
See, y'all, he done got better now. He off that NyQuil.
Yeah, you done had me drugged up these last 2 episodes.
Exactly.
People looking at me like, what's wrong now? I was sick, baby girl. But now I'm feeling good, feeling great. How about you?
Next, what's the next sentence?
There will be situations that would test your relationship in ways you never could imagine.
Come on, these are
Message.
all words. Yeah.
Those are situations. Situationships.
I thought you said you went into the... Never mind. Finish the sentence.
I was about to do my Ja Rule voice.
No, please.
Okay.
Just read it, Nero.
It's during those times where you need to hold on to why this person is your partner and why you choose to be with them. It won't make the trial any easier, but it will help you get through it together.
Absolutely.
Damn, they are dropping jewels.
Yeah. So I think is what I want to unpack a little bit is never forgetting why you got with your partner in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What would you say? Why'd you got with me, Nero?
Because you make me better.
Oh, just you, huh?
You make me better. And I make you better, too.
Absolutely.
But I like who I am when I'm with you.
Come on, Nero. Come on. And then even when they were talking about how the situations test your relationship, every relationship will have tests. Financial tests, spiritual tests, physical tests. I think of health. I think we talked a little bit a few episodes when people die, like all that stuff. Like, and what's the quote? You see people true colors. People are like tea bags, so you put them in hot water and their true colors come out. Honey.
Damn.
What? You ain't never heard that quote,
baby?
You never heard that?
I never heard that one. I'm gonna have to put that one in my journal.
Oh, it's like people like tea bags. You put them in hot water to show who they really are. Express their flavors.
God damn.
So I think that's the same thing for relationships too. So when you go through these situations and it's not all gumdrops and bears, I think that really what shows the true character of not only you and your partner, but the character of your relationship and why y'all are together. So I think that really speaks to it. Actually, I'm putting a pin in that so we can talk about how do you, as a couple, as brown young couples, how do you navigate through, hardship?
Yeah.
And what does that look like when the shit has hit the fan? And we're talking about real hardship. We ain't talking about just missing 1 month rent. We can figure out 1 month rent. We talking about some real shit. Everybody done lost their job. Ain't no money. Mama, daddy died. Even a child died. It's like, we talk about some heavy shit. So I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then lastly, it asked, was there anything else that they wanted to share with their love story? It says, our story is far from cookie cutter. There have been so many situations that drove a wedge between us, but through it all, we always made our way back to each other and picked up like we never skipped a beat. It's complicated and unconventional, but it's ours, and we wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's black love.
Isn't that black love? Like an onion, multi-dimensional, layered. It'll make you cry sometimes. It tastes good. It's all that.
Yeah, sure.
So thank you again, Will and Sam, for sharing y'all love story. It's absolutely beautiful. And as always, if y'all want to share your love story, or if you know some folks that want to share your love story, just head on over to blacklovematters.com and we'll be sure to highlight you.
Yeah.
All right. Pillow Talk.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to this pillow talk.
All right.
So first things first, the Bronx will be the new home of the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
I thought you were going to say the Universal Soul Soakers.
No, I started to.
Didn't it feel like you were going to say the Universal Soul Soakers?
So a huge construction project called Brock's Point, which will include the Universal Hip Hop Museum, was just recently imported. It says that the Universal Hip Hop Museum is in its 4th year as an organization.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Me either.
Wow.
But this will be the first time for it having a home. The museum was originally planned to be at Kingsbridge Armory.
Okay, yeah.
We use technology to create multi-generated experiences featuring music, audio artifacts, video, photography, and so on and so forth. They're going to partner with Google,
of course,
Microsoft.
Of course, I'm just as Amazon. I told you, Google and Amazon taking over the world.
I think the other thing is they're gonna have like affordable housing in the area.
So it's gonna be like a whole I want to call it compound.
Yeah, I think so.
Like a whole intellectual, creative compound.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good look.
I think that's amazing, actually. Well, first off, acknowledging the impact that hip hop has had on American culture is huge, and it definitely needs a museum.
Right, because it all can't fit in a nigga museum. It all can't.
It's the African American Museum.
Okay.
You said it all can't. It only got a little section, but even the music section. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't. It was like half a floor.
Yeah, but that was like all music.
Yes, that's what I'm saying here. Like half of it. Half a floor was just dedicated to music, but I was doing it to say, hip hop alone could have its own. Actually, it could be just a museum of I don't know if you would call it black music, African American music. I don't know what you would call that. I guess you have to go by the genres of music, because I guess it's like a hip hop Hall of Fame and all that stuff. But anywho, this hip hop museum deserves it, especially as hip hop is going through this evolution,
metamorphosis.
Oh, you see, I was looking for the right word. Evolution, metamorphosis.
Yeah,
because we have to, because the children that's coming about now, they don't realize where it started. They don't know about Kool and Gang. They don't know about the hip hop, the hip. They don't know about the Sugar Hill Gang.
Don't stop
Kool and
rocking.
Gang, Sugar Hill
to the bang bang boogie, the up jumps the boogie to the biggity bee.
Thank you, Nero.
Now what you hear is not a test.
Focus.
I'm hype.
I know you're hyped today. So I think it's good to that this is being told and the history is actually being told, because I wasn't going to a conversation about hip hop, how it doesn't change, but what's your thoughts?
We're going to leave that for another rant.
Like, what do you mean a rant? I'm not ranting.
We're going to leave that for another hot take, because, niggas are taking these this week, so.
You say keep it respectful.
We're going to keep hip-hop respectful.
But what would this generation's rap be categorized as? I don't have a problem with it.
No, I think it's
different from what we grew up
It's the
on.
mumble rap. It's generation right now.
Oh.
I think it's mumble rap. Like,
that's what the overhead setting would be called, mumble rap.
I think so. And then, like, you got your outliers like Kendrick, Cole, Big Sean and things of that sort. But I think this is the mumble rap generation. So,
maybe these children got speech something going on.
No, baby, it's the drugs. Keep it real. But, that's the thing now. So, like, in our day, it was the ass shaking, down
Snap
Dirty
music.
South.
Yeah.
Dirty Snap. So, we had the...
What's it called?
Dirty South.
Oh, there's a Dirty Snap.
No. So, we had like Snap. But before that, we had Cash Money run for the 99 to the 2000.
Come on.
That's what it started at. Like, and before that, we had Make Them Say, and you ain't got to say too much. When I look in your eyes, I can tell you want to. So we had like, No Limit, Cash Money, and that influence, helped with like, metaphors to like the Lil Johns, the T.I.s, the Jeezys, and things of that sort. Until like, some of those one-hit wonders, Yup in My White Tee, Girl Shake That Laffy Taffy.
That's D4L in them,
it kind of all metamorphosed, and then it just metamorphosed to mumble rap.
To Amigos, for the culture.
Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with it, but, it's just the phase that we in eventually.
And I'm sure that's how the golden age folks feel about our music.
Yeah.
They're like, what the hell happened?
Like,
how did we get from Rakim to this?
Right.
How did we get from Rakim to Bad and Bougie?
Over the years. So, you got to make these jumps. Like, I ain't no joke to like make them say, to my bitch is bad as bougie. Like,
I love black people.
It's a lot of stuff in between that didn't happen.
Yeah. But I love how dynamic it is. And I hope that we continue to allow hip hop to be that dynamic. Does that make sense? Like, some of that shit come out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not for it. I'm not for the suicide rap music. It's very depressing.
Oh.
But I know that the children like it. And that's okay. Do you know? Like, I know you know who the Suicide.
I know
rapper
you
is.
talking like
Who is
all
he?
my friends are dead.
Yeah,
and,
what the hell is
you know,
this?
I don't want to live. I just want to die.
What the
Just
hell?
leave me alone.
Like,
Type shit
we
like that.
don't know.
And then in the song, I do want to live.
I never got to the end.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm
At
saying.
the end of the song, he was like, I don't want to die.
Oh, I never listened to that long. I always stop right at the second verse. I'm like, I can't take it.
You were like, why this dude just keep wanting to die?
I said, someone get him. Where his friends at? Oh, they all dead. But you know what I do? We don't get off topic, but I do want to get back to is what happened to R&B music though? Is that ever gonna come back? Did R&B music die?
Well, according to Tyrese and that homeless lady.
And homeless? Who was homeless?
You don't remember that video he took with that homeless lady sleeping on the ground, and he had a picture of his album talking about people sleeping on R&B.
Oh my God, Tyrese is a mess. Why did you have to bring his name up? Tyrese is on a lot of, especially black women, shit list.
You know he is.
So why you even bring him up?
Well, when you think of R&B, you think of him.
So what done came out R&B this year? SZA and Solange. They're the only ones winning.
There's some other R&B albums.
Who?
Let me tell you. I'm about to open my Apple
why
Music.
You have to open it? Who are they?
Let me open up my Apple Music.
I remember back in the day, you ain't had to open it. You just knew who it was. What, Beyonce? I don't know if I consider. I mean, you know them things.
You had Janae.
Talk about mumble rap. Talk about whisper R&B. Janae Aiko. What's her name? I think I look at their names right. Janae Aiko.
Oh, Lettucey done came out with a new album.
I'm not saying these people aren't coming out with CDs. I'm just saying ain't no respect on their name.
Oh.
So, okay, Lettucey album came out. What's the name of her CD? What's the name of her single?
I don't know.
Exactly. Who else came out? Didn't Frank Ocean come out with one?
Yeah.
What's the name of his single?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Daniel Caesar. I heard
that?
he's a dope album.
Nope.
Dope artist. No.
Nope. Like I remember that. Like I'm talking about R&B.
Brian McKnight came out with a CD.
What's the name of his single?
I don't know.
Okay. See, do you see the disrespect that R&B is getting? And that's what I don't want.
Oh, Rotimi. Dre from
Who is what?
Dre from Power. He came out with a CD.
Who is Rotimi?
Rotimi is his real name.
Rotimi?
Rotimi.
R-O
Timmy.
T-I-M-M-Y.
No, T-I-M-I. Rotimi.
Like Timmy Turner.
Yes.
From Panda.
Yes.
What's that man's name?
Rotimi. He got a song.
Who is Rotimi?
Dre from Power.
Oh, the one I want dead.
Yes.
He's Nigerian.
No, I don't know what he is, but he got an album in his R&B. He sing.
Okay.
What else?
Neeram, you don't understand. The only thing you're doing is solidifying my point.
Jagged Edge and came out with a
CD.
CD.
Get the hell out of here. What song they got? Get the hell out of here.
The Isley Brothers came out with somebody.
What song? Is it their greatest hits?
No, it's Isley Brothers and Santa. Santa what?
That's Santa Claus?
No.
Okay. But anyway, what I'm just saying is like, where's the resurgence of R&B being like played on the radio, being put mainstream? Like I even think of like Insecure, which have a bomb soundtrack, right?
Actually,
every time Insecure come on, it's bomb. But a majority of the songs is hip hop. It ain't no R&B. And this is like you would think this type of show would have you some bomb ass R&B songs. I just want some respect to be put on R&B name again. I miss it.
Prince.
Where's Drew Hill?
The 20th anniversary of Purple Rain, the Purple Rain Deluxe album that came out.
I got it when it first came out. I don't need to rebuy it.
Okay.
But like I miss those like Drew Hill. Like remember the era, y'all? What era was it? When it was like Drew Hill out, Jagged Edge, 112, but all types of R&B singers. So remember Anne Marie? Is this one thing? Like all time Maya, like all of them from folks all the folks who could sing really, really good to folks who could sing all right, but it was all like out there. Where's Donnell Jones? Where's Neo? Like where are all these people?
Music Soul Child that's came out with a CD too.
Near. We don't need you to go through here.
It's a double disc.
What's one song? What's the song with the star by it? He don't got no star.
There's a bunch of them with stars by it.
Okay, well
Feel the Real with Marsha Ambrosia.
Well, y'all, how about y'all let us know what R&B songs y'all listening to? Like, I love hip hop. I love some trap music. I love the woke hip hop, but I love a good R&B song. It ain't nothing like a good R&B song in the fall, and I just feel like what I'm getting back to is that there's no respect on R&B, and I like this hip hop museum, but R&B have been around longer than hip hop, and why ain't there no R&B museum? Come on.
Good question.
But shout out to this hip hop museum. When it opened, if I'm still out here on this East Coast, I will be attending and be going. What else we got in there?
So, in the past, if you must be living under a rock, if you ain't know, niggas was taking knees.
Oh, the knees.
So, first thing I just want to say is that
the knees,
niggas is taking knees, and the thing is
niggas is taking knees.
Niggas is taking knees, and the thing is now the white folks are trying to change what the knee was for.
Yeah, of course.
The knee wasn't for no flag. The knee was for racism. And now you got Cheeto then called out these billionaires. White billionaires don't like to be called out.
Surely don't, because you fucking with their money.
They said, I have enough money to buy a person. I have 40 of them. It's called my football team. I pay them to run and catch balls
like a dog.
For my entertainment, because I'm the white man.
Come on.
So, just know these knees ain't for solidarity, for whatever. These knees is for these white people to show Donald Trump that they can do what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah,
it ain't got shit to do with a flag.
No.
This is supposed to be for racism, but now the white people, they done gentrified taking the knee.
They gentrified the knee?
God damn.
They done gentrified it, turned to green.
So, with all the news going on, J. Cole put out a bomb-ass Twitter thread.
Yeah.
I think it was on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
It was actually before that. And basically what he was just talking about is like, with all the protesting, this is just part of a piece of a pie when it comes to the movement. Mm-hmm. And it's trying to figure out, what's the next phase of like taking a knee, boycotting the NFL, whether you watch it, you don't watch it, and things of that sort. So I'm actually going to pull out his Twitter thread because he had some good shit up in there.
He broke it down for folks. So I think what J. Cole did, it's not that he said anything new, but I think he outlined it.
Yeah,
he explained. He said the why. He gave us the why.
He gave a platform to it.
Yes.
And so, he said, how do they make it right? I know there are people smarter than me with better answers, but here's one.
Yeah.
Hire a third party investigator approved by the NFLPA. So that's the NFL Players Association, to determine if Cat was denied a job unfairly as punishment for his stance.
Come on.
And then he's like, I know.
Wrongful termination.
Yeah. So there's like, like wrongful termination and things of that sort. And then it says, well, you have a choice on how you respond to that. You can choose not to watch. But, if a boycott doesn't force them to, to do action, you don't even trip, because this is when a real flex happens. Mm-hmm. He said black people spend a lot of money on NFL corporate sponsors. White people don't fuck with white supremacy, spend a lot of money too.
Come on.
So, your next move is to turn your attention to these corporate sponsors. Message.
Preach. Come on.
And he's like, pick one of the biggest ones and then ask them, do you agree with blackballing players when they speak out against the oppression? And if not, why are you spending all this money with them and with the league? And then you don't clearly condemn them.
Come on. Hit them in the pockets.
Yeah. And then, you say, you know what? I don't think I can spread my money with I don't know if I can spend my money with y'all until y'all fix this. Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then you repeat this to another company and another company. So you just go around and you just boycott the corporate sponsors. You hit their pockets and wherever they get their money from.
Exactly.
And then he says, that's where the real magic happens. And sadly, this world is capitalistic, and that we live in. And when your voice is not heard, you hit them in their pockets. And then he said, I respect whatever you decide to do. Watch or don't watch. But whatever's in your heart. But, I'm not watching until it feels right. But these are some of the things that you could do. And I think, he did something that I was more or less asking when they had the rally for Kaepernick in New York. And, I supported the rally. I was all for it. But, I was asking, so what was the outcome for this spike?
Exactly.
What was the next step? Like, I get protesting, I get rallying. I'm always good for a good protesting. I'm good for a good rally. Sometimes I like a good looting when Naomi's not around, because she's always trying to hold me back.
Looting. What the hell? No.
I'm good.
Chill out. Don't get near. Don't let Niram get y'all in trouble.
I'm good for a good looting.
I ain't allowing Niram to do that shit. So don't.
But I got to make sure my girl ain't around.
We ain't looting shit. What's wrong? And I'm gonna cuss all y'all niggas out. No, we gotta stop doing that. Damn, now I do hate that. When niggas be looting and tearing up your own shit. You know, I get mad at that.
So
I don't care how mad you is. That's just like with Issa. Remember when she got mad and she tore up her own shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I never get that angry.
So my question is, you know, so how does this play out? You know, I know this plan came out, you know, while niggas was taking knees and things like that, niggas taking knees. But how does this play out now with this new display of support from like players, owners, and things of that sort? You know what I mean? Like when they masters, I mean they owners are now kneeling and taking linking arms and all this other shit and quote unquote, so I'm doing air quote y'all, in solidarity of the football players for Donald Trump calling them son little bitches and saying they should be fired. Because they basically just saying that you don't call my property sons the bitches. I call my property sons the bitches.
Yeah.
And if my property want to speak out, let my property speak out. Because
After I
they
tell
ain't.
them they can.
Yeah. But I need to make sure that my property is not messing up my money. And now Donald Trump is messing up my money. So now with this whole display of, you know, fake support or faux support from, you know, owners.
False generosity.
You know, coaches and things of that sort. Yeah, false generosity. You know, from owners, coaches, and things of that sort that people may feel like, you know, the NFL may have their back.
Yes.
But it's not the same measure. So how do we...
Because we got to use them like they use us.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh. I'm sorry, Neil. You use them then. So if they going to play nice, while they playing nice, do it. And so hopefully you can start some white on white crime. What? Let's get them fighting each other. Get them off us, honey.
So that's
Puerto Rico need help.
Puerto Rico
need help. In the dark, honey. I had to donate $10. This don't make no sense. They made all the Puerto Rican singers and actresses pay for Puerto Rico. Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony had to give that $2 million. Damn. Why they had to pay?
Because Donald Trump don't give a fuck.
God damn.
You know Donald Trump didn't lump Puerto Rico with Mexico.
Did he know Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory?
Probably not.
Well, you know he ain't know Hawaii was. I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean to distract from that, but I'm saying he's so focused on these NFL, NASCAR, kneeling, all that stuff. We got, I almost said niggas, we got people in the dark. And not only in the dark, we're not talking about on the dark for the weekend, like, okay, y'all, it's going to be a tough weekend, but we come to get you Monday. Yeah. They said, guess what? It might be a month or two. Hopefully by Thanksgiving, the lights will be on. What the fuck? These are U.S. citizens. Are you serious?
Man, they're going to have all types of diseases and everything.
It's already popping off because all that water there and no sanitate. Like, what are they supposed to do? Puerto Rico, y'all better come on get this vote, honey. I know they keep voting that down. Y'all bet y'all want to be voting now, honey. Because that's some bullshit. It's bullshit.
That is.
But I say use them. I know what you're saying. They giving this false generosity. Use them till you use them up, like Bill Weather said. And keep using them. If it feels this good to be used.
Oh. Okay.
Let me use them till you use them up.
Use them till they use them up?
Yes. Okay. Yes. But I didn't know the owners. I was surprised that the owners did come out this early. Like I thought eventually the owners would come out, but I thought it'd be close to like this Super Bowl when they really start, that money started getting funny. Because I think it's gonna be a steady decline. Like I think this is just the beginning, and I think viewership, all that stuff's gonna go down. Yeah. And I thought around right before Super Bowl, the owners gonna be like, hold the fuck up, take a knee, everybody take a knee. We gonna have a whole, you know what I'm saying? But they did it sooner than later.
You know, his ass got really pissed when America's team, the Cowboys, the owner, the coaches, everybody
came out. The pastors, the kids, the dogs. I said, "What is this?"
They had that shit all planned out. Like on 3, we gonna take a knee. 1.
It looked like they was doing the line dance.
2, 3, and they just all ease their ass down to that knee.
Who was that black man I meant to bring up on the other episode? Ray Allen or Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis.
Who's that old monkey ass? You see old monkey ass nigga.
Not his ass taking a knee.
Nah, he barely could take a knee. Is he ill?
Probably.
Why did he look like that? Did you say probably? No, I'm not talking about CTE. I'm talking about his knees.
Probably.
It took 2 people to pull him down. Jesus. I'm sorry, Nim. I'm just so over this bullshit. I'm still mad that the president can call another country's leader Rocket Man. Thank God the Republicans finally said, fuck this healthcare bill and walk the fuck away. Like, it's just so much going on.
Yeah.
It's just so much. All right, look, we got something a little more positive.
I'm going to give you
Let's do positive and we can get turned up on Friday. I want to do positive.
All right, I'm going to give you 2 more positive things and we're going to talk about some love stuff.
Nice.
All right.
No more 45.
No more.
Okay.
I promise.
Not today.
So I was, doing my Googles, looking at stuff, and this is a person called the Black Tech Guy Shorties.
Oh.
And basically, it's like a digital library that's like changing like how black children see themselves from stories.
Oh. Tell me more.
Mondo Davis.
I like his name.
AKA the Black Tech Guy.
That sounds familiar. Is that his like handle? Twitter handle?
I guess so. That's his alias.
Oh.
Like, like Niram Nyambi. He has a vision, and his vision, sprouts from his reality of his childhood. And basically what he was saying in this article is that he didn't read a book, a full book from cover to cover until he was like 20.
Wow. I mean, he's speaking truth.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
And basically was saying that, it was because that it wasn't because he couldn't read, but that he didn't have access to books, but rather that lack of interest.
Yes.
So he created like this whole digital library of like culturally relevant stories called Shorties. And the goal was to build like a robust digital platform of culturally relevant short stories. Mm-hmm. So, I look at the website and it's pretty cool. Like you can like change the names of the characters to like your names and like add like different adjectives and subjects and things of that sort. So, for one, I'm like, it's just like, the squeak of his sneakers, and it's like his red blank sneakers, and like red is highlighted, high top is highlighted, and I think the other word was like Van. So you can change like the color, so you can do like blue, low top Jordan 4s, or you can put your name in there and things of that sort, and you can read it. And they're very short. They're no longer than like I'm going to say 2,000, like 4,000 words or something like that.
Oh, nice. So it'll keep your attention.
Yeah, so, it keeps their attention, and they get very immersed into the story. A, because it's their story, but A, because they changed the story, but B, because it's culturally relevant to them. Mm-hmm. And I think the same thing with, what he was saying is like, yeah, I didn't read a book cover to cover until I got to college myself. Mm-hmm. And, I know you was a bookworm. You love books. But I think for boys, especially in the hood, there's nothing that really like stood out to us when it comes to that.
No, I think that's amazing. It just speaks to different types of learning styles in connecting to folks, like, and also the types of books, like everything not for everyone, and knowledge is power now, honey. Yeah. So you got to get these children up here trained early on the importance of doing it. And I'm old, and I thought this was super, super interesting way of doing it. Also a way to connecting folks to the book, right? And really getting the person engaged. Because also what I think comes out of this, I think we're going to create a lot of little story playwrights out of this, right? So so me as a reader, I'm not necessarily engaged in creating the story, right? I want to be in it. But I think people like you or folks who are like, I'm kind of bored, I really can't stay focused on this. I think y'all are more of the creatives, and y'all want to create the story, right? That speaks to you. So I think that's what that sparks it too. So when you say you didn't read a book cover to cover, it's not that you didn't like to read or wasn't good at reading. It just didn't speak to you in the same way. Like, maybe you should have been reading like playwrights. Like maybe that's something you should have been reading. It's more action than a more traditional book. And I think what this young man did was make it broader. Yeah. Open the platform and say there's more than one way to skin a cat. True. And so I appreciate that.
And I think, during those ages, like I read a lot of like rap magazines.
Yeah, like that's reading. Like every reading don't have to be reading 300 pages. Like everybody don't got to read Little Women and Beowulf. Like that you're not a bad person if you don't read these Americans. I think it's these systems that are put in place. So you're not well read if you haven't read these top 20 American books, right? Yeah. Who said who? Who said that? Yeah. So I think you can be well read and read other things too. So I think what that does is open that realm, because short stories is a whole nother realm of reading that I just got into at older, maybe in the last year or so. So, short stories was something I never, read younger or even was aware of. And there's some bomb short stories out there, especially written for and by brown people that are, they have fire, and they better than some of our sonnets that we got out there. Because, child, some of our black books be long, honey. They be long. They be about 400 pages. You be like, is this Game of Thrones? What's it called? A Story of Fire and Ice? Nope. I was going to do something. I was going to say it's a story of slavery and freedom. What is this?
Anyways.
I'm saying that's awesome. Yeah. So if y'all got cheering, you don't even need cheering. Go check this out.
Yeah,
what's
Shorties.
It called again?
It's called Shorties Digital Library. So if y'all
that's the name of the website?
No.
Oh, I'm like, that's a long name, ain't
No,
it?
but I'm saying if you just Google that, you can find it.
It's somehow to play shorties. Y'all know.
Yeah,
Y'all know we
shorties.
spelled it SHORTIEZ. That's
Yeah.
SHORTIEZ.
Google smart enough. You can put in Shorty's digital library any type of way that figure it.
So I think that's amazing. And just giving our brown children more flexibility in what they can do and how they can do it. Because I think if I only knew half the stuff that I knew now when I was younger, Jesus.
Right. So it's shorties.us.
Yes.
So spell shorties again. Baby.
It's SHORTIEZ.
.us.
Yes. So make sure y'all go, especially if you got little ones or little ones. I know I'm gonna make sure our godson gets connected with this. Like, it's so creative. Like, they get to pick the story, they get to get the characters' names, what they look like.
Right.
Like, I'm thinking when I'm at our poor children, I'm like, I want you to write you a book.
Right.
Or I want you to write you a short story. And also on the website, they're looking for
like contributors. So
yeah, so
if
y'all write, so if y'all write short stories, you're a writer, and you're trying to get out there. I know we got a lot of folks in the grad school hustle. If you're in English and literature, this would be something great to add to your CV, your resume.
Right.
If you're thinking about starting a blog, you're not ready to start that blog, it might be nice to turn your shit into a little short story. Like, go do it. Go support this brother.
Support black businesses, y'all.
Yeah, support it.
All right. The other cool thing I got, NASA.
Yeah. What NASA does? NASA, I feel like NASA, I don't hate them as much. But go ahead. Am I going to hate them? Is this sweet still?
No.
This is bad?
It's sweet.
Okay.
NASA finally honored Hidden Figures,
Which one?
Katherine Johnson.
Oh, they just not honoring her.
Yeah. With a dedication of a new research facility.
Oh, she got a name on the building.
She got a name.
Gotcha.
Why it took her so long to get a damn name?
It take a lot
building?
to get a name on a building. Usually, people with names on the building really don't even do shit. They just got long money.
Why it took her to a movie come out about her to get a name on the building?
She should have had a name on the building. But usually, you got to have really long money, or you went to the moon itself to get. I would assume with NASA to get your name on it. But hell, without her, he wouldn't have got there.
So,
was it John Glenn? Wouldn't have got there, honey.
Yeah. So, most people don't know who Katherine Johnson is.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
With the movie Hidden Figures came out, like, everybody knows who she is now.
What? Okay. You're going to read a little bit about her.
Yeah, Yeah. So she was the Hidden Figures lady. So with her, Dorothy Vaughn, and Mary Jackson, they was the black women despite segregation in the 1960s.
In 1960s.
Were able to push forward and help our country get out of space.
What did you say?
Help our country get out of space.
Get out of space.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
No, rephrase that. You mean get it out of Earth's orbit?
Get out of space. Get out of space. So now she's 99, and we finally giving her flowers. I'm glad we gave her flowers.
It's more than out of space. Hold on, you said outer space?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said out of space.
No, outer space.
No, you slacking.
It's semantics, baby.
Oh no, I'm saying you said these women were mathematicians.
Yeah.
They did it by hand. These niggas at my bot store barely can figure out 10% from a bill. Okay? Put respect on these women name. They calculated this shit, orbits, and how to get out of shit by hand. Not the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? Heavy shit. Put respect on their name there. By hand. And some of y'all niggas still don't know what 10%. 10% of $10 is.
Some of these niggas don't know how to calculate the shit, even with a TI-83 calculator.
So that's what I'm saying. You brushing over it. They did this by hand.
Okay, they did this by hand.
Hand.
And they finally given her flowers. And they went ahead and cut that ribbon on the Katherine G. Johnson computation.
What?
I can't get this shit out.
Well, do you need me to do this?
My,
Computational
that's what
research
I was
facility.
about to say. Computational research facility. I got to speak to Pat.
The building is a state-of-the-art facility run by NASA Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. The Virginia, which cost $23 million, would consolidate 4 of the organization's data centers as part of the Langley's 20-year revitalization plan. Johnson was deemed as a human computer. This is what I'm talking about by hand, y'all. With her ability to calculate life and death analytical geometry equations, her gift helped calculate coordinates for the very first human spacecraft, as well as leading her to become the very first woman in the organization to receive author credit on research paper. Come on. The first woman, get the fuck out of here. The first astronaut to orbit the Earth, John Glenn, personally asked that Johnson check the mission's landing calculations before his launch into space, trusting her calculation more than the new computers. Come on. Now, after all that she's done for our country, our people, and the women in the STEM, NASA is proud to honor her with her brilliance and courage. See, that's how you put respect on her name. She had to stay alive for 99 years to get this shit. What? She said, I ain't going back for this, Lord. They said, they giving me my flowers while I'm still here, honey. Shout out to her. Rest on, mother. She did her work. Congratulations to her. All right, Niram, what else we got?
Shout out to you, sis.
Yeah. Queen, mother, grandmother. Come on.
Yes.
Watch
Queen, mother.
Queen, mother, grandmother.
Queen, grandma.
Mathematician.
Mother, grandmother.
Mathematician.
Computational sciences.
What is Nero? Computational.
Yes, computational.
Queen, mother, mathematician.
Mm-hmm. I bend the knee.
You bend the knee? That's what them folks in that, we ain't supposed to be talking about that, in that football. I'm like, is this Game of Thrones? Bend the knee.
Bend the
I was
knee.
waiting for Khaleesi to come out. All them knees bended, honey.
You know, there was one story I was going to add. At U of M, there's this dude there who's...
University of Michigan?
Yeah, University of Michigan. There's this dude there who's kneeling in the campus mall for 24 hours.
On one knee?
Yes. I said, that brother got some knee pads.
Oh, he gonna need help. Why did I say nobody could help him?
I don't know. He just wanted to do it himself, I guess.
Okay. What's your thoughts on? And they just letting them.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the 24-hour kneel?
Hey.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do,
Speak
brother.
your truth.
Speak your truth.
All right.
Fight for the right.
Come on there.
All right. So last thing I just want to talk about is attachment styles, to wrap up this episode. So I was reading this article and it says like research has shown that children's attachment style are consistent with those that they found in adulthood. So basically saying that attachment or like your attachment style was developed during your childhood and thus result into like your what I'm trying to say, the interactions that you had with your caregivers, your parents, and things of that sort will reflect in your attachment style when it comes to romantic relationships.
Positively or negatively?
Both. Either way.
All right.
And so that's basically saying that they came up with like three types of main attachment styles. So it's like the secure attachment, the insecure resistant attachment style, and then the insecure avoided attachment style.
Okay. Explain them.
So one of the things they said was people who have a great deal of anxiety tend to maintain close proximity to their partners due to the fear of abandonment. So these are the niggas who got abandonment issues. So those who are high on the anxiety scale are hyper-focused on attachment and intensely desire closeness and intimacy in their relationships. Individuals with attachment-related anxiety experience stress over possible abandonment and have little trust in their attachment figures. They feel insecure when they're not in close proximity of their partners, and often ruminate about their relationships to see if they're gonna be around because they feel like their partner gonna leave them, and trying to figure out what can go wrong. So another thing is level of avoidance relates to how comfortable a person feels with emotional intimacy. So research has shown that people who score higher on the avoidance scale tend to be less invested in their relationship and strive for to remain psychologically and emotionally independent on their partners. So it was noted that that high avoidance is associated with less valuing of close relationships and less reliance on a partner to fulfill their attachment needs. So those who are high in attachment-related avoidance distance themselves from their partners as they assume that these figures will not be responsive when they need them. Essentially, they avoid getting close to people for fearing that they will lose their partners.
Hold on, they avoid getting close to their partners or what?
Yeah, avoid getting close to their partners, a fear that they're going to lose them. So they don't get close to them.
Oh, because they think they're going to leave them.
Yeah. So it's the person that, like, no, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need no nigga. I don't need no man. And then they go cry in the corner.
So what's your attachment style?
So hold on now.
Oh.
And then you got the regular one. That's individuals who score both low on anxiety and avoidance dimensions are securely attached. And, securely attached individuals tend to be mostly well-adjusted and comfortable in their relationships, and having a secure attachment to one of their partners also play a large part in their relationship satisfaction. So what do I think my attachment style is?
Yeah.
I'm going to say secure.
Have you ever been?
I think
any of everyone not secure at all the time.
No.
So
yeah, I agree.
Not necessarily now, or you think you've been in.
I would say, as I move through on life and things of that sort, I think I was the avoidance attachment style, and I think that really goes to like growing up. Like I said, my brother committed suicide. I had another brother who got killed. I witnessed people get killed in front of me. Like, my life has been death. Like, one of the things that I remember having a conversation with Nia and I think some other people, and there's like, so Nia, like, what do you think about? And I was like, I think about dying. Like, when I'm going to die, who going to kill me and things of that sort.
Who going to kill you?
Yeah.
Lord.
And it's like, you think about death, like, yes. And like, Jesus. Detroit, they did a number to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now I'm like, oh boy, all my friends are dead.
Oh, Lord.
Push me to the edge. So, like, for me, like, a lot of my life was like avoidance attachment style, because it's like, it's no point of getting close to nobody because they gonna end up leaving. Like, regardless, like, they gonna get killed or they just gonna be on some fuck shit. But now I think I'm more on secure attachment style. But it took definitely growth and seeing a therapist and life and all types of other shit. Being touched by white hands, black hands, woman hands, all types of hands.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I think I was the opposite. So I think I tended to lean when I was younger in my earlier relationships to the one with the focused on the anxiety.
So insecure resistant.
Oh shit! Yes. Insecure is that what we gonna call it?
That's what it's called.
Oh, no,
insecure
like
resistant. Mine was insecure avoidant.
So, because my thing is, even now, I'm really big on intimacy, closeness, loyalty. Like, I know I'm really, really outgoing, but I don't have a ton of friends. Like, I have a handful of friends, and the handful of friends I have, I hold they're family, right? They hold near and dear. So I think in my earlier relationships, I went to that extreme. So if I'm in a relationship with you, well, it's just us. Where you going? We going here? We watching TV? This is what we gonna do next, right? So I think through time and growth and, finding my independence and not being so interdependent on each other, that's really what I had to get over. And getting to, what was you gonna ask me?
No, keep going.
And, getting to that point where, I had to, kind of like what you said, you had to ask yourself, why are you so attached to this person? Because I think on the opposite side of that, so I was attracted to folks like you, the avoidance folks. So here I come. Oh, come on. Let's hold hands. Let's go here. And they like, leave me alone. So we're like fighting against each other, our styles, our love language, whatever, the attachment styles. We were kind of bouncing off each other. But I do think, through growth and maturity and life experiences, all that goes through. But I definitely think I was more focused on intimacy, closeness. Like, I was huge on that.
And I agree, because I even think about when we first moved in together, like for a long period of time, like when you first moved out here.
Yeah.
And, we was
ask Nia. I got to go home, my man. What I tell Nia that? We was friends. He's like, I just invited you to play spades. And I was like, well, I got home, my man. No, thank you.
And like, even me in that point, like, we had like a 2-bedroom or like a 1-bedroom apartment, very small. And like,
I love that.
For Nyambi, it was like, we watching TV. All right, we watching TV.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to bed? Okay, I go to bed too.
We all go to bed.
We all go to bed together. Like, no, I need some time alone. No, we don't need time alone. Where are you going? So, yeah.
I love that, though. I love that. And I definitely give you space now. We both take space, and it has made our relationship much more better. So when we are together, it's amazing. But what was you going to say, Nero?
No, I also was going to say, like, attachment style also, even though we were talking about in a romantic partner, but this also deals with, like, friendships.
Friendship. Oh.
So, yeah, I think, my attachment style definitely reigns supreme when it comes to friendships because, I'm quick to be like, oh, that person's dead to me.
Now, with friendships, I'm the avoidance one. The friendships, I'm not, when it comes to all my platonic, I am not a clingy friend. Mm-hmm. I am not a friend you got to call and check on every day. You ain't got to check on me every week. You can call me once a month. We pick up right where we left off. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, hey, yeah, I remember this. We'll go here. Or, you can't make it. That's not a problem. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I do that with friends.
I don't know.
It's harder for me to let my guards down with friends. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe you need to talk to your therapist about that.
Oh, Nero is trying. I was being vulnerable with my chicken, and you're going to throw it in my face.
I'm not throwing it in your face, baby. I'm just saying.
But I noticed with friends, platonic friends, I'm less like, I definitely have more of a distance. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm supportive, I'm there, but as far as me kind of being all in the midst in the business, I definitely don't do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things I was just getting to with this, reading this article is just, the whole notion of why knowing your partner attachment style and knowing your partner and knowing your attachment style is important. Mm-hmm. Like, when you are getting into these arguments or disagreements or tiffs or whatever you want to call it, you're able to figure out where they're coming from
and fight fair.
Yes, so you can fight fair. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think this was an interesting one. I think I need to flesh more about this platonic friendship, though. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not clingy. I've never been clingy in platonic friendships. Yeah. From a young child, I've only told, like, I remember as a young child, I never ever felt comfortable. Stereotypically, being a girl, you think of like moments where you kind of share secrets with your girlfriends and crush. Like, I remember being younger and not even telling my girlfriends who I had a crush on.
That's Nyambi.
Like, I was like, nah. Who you like, Nyambi? The Lord. The answer's still the same. The Lord. The Lord. So, like, what do you use? God.
Not
Jesus.
Narrow, just the Lord.
But I never did that. I never had that sense of closeness with other. I just never shared that. And it's not that I didn't love people and care about them, but I was never able to do that. Were you able to do that with friends? Like, when you were younger, did you have this sense of closeness with friends, male or female?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that go? So you were opposite with friends then?
Well, when it comes to like friends or things of that sort, I've always been the person that's like, keep it real. Well, not even keep it real.
Oh, I do keep it real.
No, I don't even think keep it real was the best word. But like, put it out there. Like, I don't mind being vulnerable.
With friends.
With friends, family, and things of that sort. Versus you are less likely to be vulnerable with platonic friends and things of that sort. But I think for me, I always felt like, if I put it out there, I'm vulnerable. Like, they might try to use it against me, whatever. But it ain't going to have no power. I think about where it's like 8 Mile. When Eminem came out, when he was like, I stay in a trailer park. Yeah, you fucked my girl and all this other stuff. He just put it out there. So what you gonna use against me now? Yeah. So I think that's how it's always been for me. And when it comes to like friendships and things of that sort, I'll just put it out there.
The most dangerous man in the world is the
man with no secrets. So I try to have as few secrets as possible because you can't use that shit against me.
What are you saying? I have secrets?
I wouldn't say secrets, but I think you're a very private person when it comes to your life and things of that sort. People don't get to experience like the most vulnerable parts of Nyambi.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard for me to do this blog.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how I'm gonna hit submit on that one?
Yeah. How you gonna put it out there?
Yeah. But I don't want it to come off like I'm cold blooded and I share, but I try to redirect and get other folks stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely interested though. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nyambi is the type of person that you can tell all your business to, but don't try to get none of that business from her. She be like, yeah, I'm going through this. My man done cheated on me. My dog done shit in his shoe and all this other stuff. Life is just bad. Uh-huh. What's going on with you, Nyambi? Oh, things are good. Things are okay. And I'm like, Naomi, why you didn't share with your friends? Like, well, she didn't tell me all this bad news. I didn't want to tell her none of my shit.
I didn't want to tell more bad. No, it ain't got none of mine. I ain't want to add no more bad news. I ain't want to add to the energy in the universe. I just want to be positive energy. I think because I always have this over my head. I never want to be the friend that you hate see coming.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about. Maybe we need to have episode flesh out more with friends. We got to call Nia back in. That just every time you ask them something, it'd be bad shit. You be like, God damn. Did anything good happen to you today? Like, it's one of them conversations you got to be like, well, the Lord woke you up this morning, and I'm blessed that he woke you up this morning. You got something positive to say.
Right.
And I never want to fall in that trap of being that friend, because I think I got family members like that. And you know, when you hear it so much, you be like, Lord, please don't let me be like this. And you try to maybe overcompensate in that realm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
So for all the listeners out there, what's your attachment style?
Yeah.
And, you know, how do you experience with this? And, you know, now that you know this, how are you going to tackle the world with knowing your attachment style and maybe your attachment style, your partner's attachment style, and things of that sort.
And I think more importantly, hopefully by now, the majority of our listeners are at a nice equilibrium where they have a nice balanced attachment style. I think the bigger question is kind of what we tackle. What has been your attachment style over time? So how have it grown? How has it changed? How have it, it just, using your word, metamorphosis over time, and what has impacted that? So that's the thing we didn't get to in ours. So what do you think? Well, I know you talked a little bit about, the deaths in your family, where you're coming from, but I think I need to focus on where it came on. I don't want to say the only child. I think that'd be too stereotypical.
I know where it came from.
Now Neram's Dr. Phil. Where it come from, Neram?
When your mama told you when you was younger that you have no friends, the only friends you got is God and sometimes her. That'd do something to a 5-year-old.
Shut up. I wasn't 5, 8.
My only friend, mom, is God.
My mama say that now. She would laugh.
And sometimes you're not even my friend.
Your only friend in this world is God, and sometimes your mama. Sometimes. That's the cold-blooded part. She says there's going to be times in this world I ain't going to be your friend. But the Lord is your friend. Hold on to that. Hold on to his unchanging hand.
You see how that can mess up somebody's psyche and fuck up their whole attachment style?
But if you don't know your partner, been told this for 20 years of their life, you think they ticky-ticky. I ain't ticky-ticky, y'all. I'm just telling you my truth. All right. That was good. But let us know what y'all think. Let us know your attachment style in those comments, though.
That's what's up, baby. You going to wrap this up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So as always, to submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything we discussed today, you can do that on our website, SoundCloud, Stitchers, iTunes. And also don't forget to leave us a voicemail. We're at 508-784-1111. Again, that's 508-784-1111. And also, don't forget those social medias, too. So we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and that's Black Love Matters. Black Love Matters with no K. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.